Eunice Benjamin shades Kourtney Kardashian's new fling, and apparently the people in her life aren't too happy about it either.
And Kylie Jenner's fans freak out on her for doing this for the first time.
Oh goodness, and Ariana Grande steps out for the first time, and we learned what she's doing to cope with Mac Miller's passing. We're talking about all of these stories right now on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Chanel Herland.
All right, we're going to kick things off talking about Ariana Grande because she was seen for the first time since her team made a public statement saying that she would be taking some time for herself. This kind of went down after her and Pete Davidson no-showed the Emmys, which was a big deal. Thanks to this statement, we know that she will be using this period to spend time with her loved ones and work on new music without a deadline. Now, this seems pretty spot on as Ariana was seen for the first time while out with friends in New York yesterday. E! News reports that Ariana was seen in an oversized hoodie and sweatpants. She was just getting coffee. They got caught in the rain. She did look a little down in the pictures that I saw. Her mind was clearly elsewhere, which is understandable.
Makes sense, yeah.
Aside from spending time with loved ones, we've also learned, thanks to a new report from Radar Online, that Ari is in, quote, intense therapy to try and cope with Mac Miller's passing. The source told Radar Online, quote, Ariana is taking Mac's death really tough, and her mother has been staying with her right now while she's in therapy.
I wonder how this is going for Pete and Ariana as a newly engaged couple. I think something like this you obviously don't plan for. You don't know how to prepare for something like this.
No.
And I wonder if this is taking some strain on their relationship, or is this making them stronger as a couple?
I think it could go either way. I mean, from what we've heard and what we've reported, Pete seems very supportive. He's definitely been a rock for her to lean on during this, really difficult time. But I agree with you. Even though he's supportive and he's there for her, I still think it has to be kind of an awkward position for him as her new fiance to be there while she's mourning her ex. The whole thing is just difficult, and she's taking this incredibly hard, which rightfully so. Their relationship ended because of Mac's substance abuse.
Yeah.
And without that, who knows, On top of this, Ariana has also reportedly been in contact with Mac's family and is, quote, doing everything she can to honor him. So I think this is definitely just going to be a process, and it will be interesting to kind of see her and Pete's relationship evolve during this time.
For sure.
Now we're going to move on to some lighter news about Eunice Benjamin. So we've been keeping you guys pretty up to date about Kourtney K's new, much younger man, 20-year-old Luka Sabbat. This is weird, right? A 20-year-old?
It is very weird.
So weird. I still can't really wrap my mind around it. And you guys, Eunice can't really wrap his mind around it either. He is not a fan of the new fling. He took to Instagram to shade Kourtney's new relationship, if you could call it a relationship. I think it's just kind of like a hookup situation right now.
At the moment.
But he posted this quote to his story that reads, I appreciate the love even when it's fake. I think it's beautiful that you can go against your own heart for my sake.
Yo, burn.
Okay.
Burn.
Exactly. It was very eloquently put.
Yeah.
But clearly someone is a little salty that his woman moved on with a much younger man. That happens all the time in Hollywood with women, like their husbands will divorce them or leave them for like the new 20-year-old something.
Yeah.
And now Kourtney has totally, again, flipped that on its head, and she's the one doing it. And I think Eunice is just like, his ego is hurt a bit.
Yeah, I just think that this is actually showing him in a bad light to put this on Instagram. I've never understood that. Like, if something bad is going on with your partner, making a Facebook status or making a status on Instagram, I've never understood that. Maybe because I'm just more of a private person. But putting this out for the world to read, and we know what you're talking about, even if you try back it up and be like, no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Like, it's 100% what it looks like.
Exactly. It's the timing, it's the content. And he also, took to his Instagram stories when him and Kourtney first broke up, and there were reports of that. He kind of shaded the whole situation on his Instagram story again. So the fact that he did that when they broke up, and then he did this when she starts seeing someone new, it's like, obviously we know what you're talking about. This is your favorite mode of getting back at Kourtney is through your Instagram story.
And also maybe gives us some reason as to why they did want to separate, because they're not quite on the same maturity level.
Right.
Sure, the age gap, but still, you can still be on the same level.
And then she went for someone even younger, so it's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. But you guys, guys, Kourtney's sisters also find this whole Luca thing really weird. A source recently revealed to Radar Online that her sisters are, quote, creeped out by the new relationship, mainly because he's younger than Kendall and Kylie, and he's their friend. I mean, him and Kendall are together all the time.
I think creeped out is a good word.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's a little bit creepy.
Exactly, because grossed out?
Yeah,
that's a little harsh.
That's next level. That's next
It's a
level.
little harsh.
It's creepy.
I like it.
It.
But apparently Kourtney loves the age difference, and it doesn't sound like she's ever going to date anyone age appropriate anyway, as the source said that Kourtney told her sisters that, quote, she will never date anyone older than half her age, and Khloe told her that she really needs to grow the up.
Obviously, Khloe would say that.
Which actually, I can 1000% hear Khloe.
Yeah, we can hear her
that. You know,
saying that.
she's the one who always kind of delivers the realness, serves up what everyone needs to hear. And it's true. It's like, at the end of the day, Kourtney is a mom of 3 kids.
Yeah.
Dating a 20-year-old just...
It doesn't make sense. It's a little bit creepy. There's the word again. Why do you think, though, that she wants to date someone no more than half her age?
I don't know. I also saw somewhere else that it's like, oh, someone older can't keep up with her, blah, blah, blah. But
Really?
I just think it's a little weird. I'm like, at this point, I would think that she would want a man in her life who can really
After
be
everything.
Exactly, be her partner in everything, help her with the kids. I mean, no young person who's like 25 and younger is going to want anything to do with 3 kids.
Yeah.
Speaking as a 25-year-old, I feel like I can say that with a lot of confidence.
It's going to be short-lived. So let's see how long this 20-year-old
Which might be why she does
goes.
it. Maybe then she does. She
Yeah.
doesn't really have to commit.
Clever girl, Ben.
Exactly. Scott also weighed in on the new relationship, which he's just as at fault for dating, you know, people who are barely legal.
Yeah.
The source said, quote, Scott is convinced that she is trying to one-up him with a 20-year-old. No one approves of this barely legal Klingon. No one really approved of Eunice at the beginning either, and he clung on for a long time. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Me too.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, this last story, you guys. Now, let me tell you, this is one of the most hilarious stories I've probably reported on in a while, and it might be the most hilarious one of the day. Kylie Jenner officially blew up Twitter when she made the shocking revelation that for the first time ever in her 21 years of life, she put milk in her cereal.
Okay, now if someone had to just tune in right now and listen to that part, they'd be like, what the hell is this show? But seriously, guys, how has she not had milk with her cereal?
And
this break it down.
This is trending on Twitter. This has been trending.
Yeah.
So she recently tweeted, last night I had cereal with milk for the first time. Life-changing.
Life-changing.
Obviously, people were like, what the F?
What have you been putting in your cereal?
Exactly. People started going off on her on Twitter with all these different ideas saying like, oh, she's been putting in the blood of poor people. She's been eating caviar. You know, all these like hilarious responses. I mean, people seriously went off on her because it's just like, it's mind-boggling. Who goes, I understand if you like dry cereal. Like every once in a while, you know, I'll admit I go in, get a handful of dry cereal, run out the door. But the fact that she's never had that is weird. It's so weird. She documented the first experience on her Snapchat, and here was the verdict.
I still prefer dry cereal, but it was pretty fire.
So she still likes she still likes dry cereal, but she's not opposed to it with milk these days.
Okay, well, wow, what a big step there for you, Kylie Jenner.
I mean, what do you think of this?
I mean, you got a child, you got a house, you got like every bag in the world, but you've never tried milk with your cereal.
Just
minor steps in the beginning of childhood. What was missed there?
Where was Kris Jenner?
Yeah, where was Kris?
Kris Jenner was too busy taking pics of Kim K in order to properly make cereal for Kylie.
For a child.
Oh my gosh, my mind is just blown this morning. That is just the most hilarious story. All right, you guys, let us know what you think about all of these stories. What do you think about Eunice Benjamin shading Kourtney Kardashian's new fling? What do you think about this ridiculousness that Kylie Jenner just had milk and cereal for the first time? And last but not least, let us know your thoughts on everything that's going down with Ariana Grande. Talk it out down there right below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys here next time on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. Bye, guys.
Bye.